Hi, class. How are you? I hope everyone is doing very, very well. We're almost at the end of our course. It gives me great pleasure to have had the time week in and week out to provide you video to support your learning. Today, I've been receiving great questions in our group chat regarding the homework assignment. So I want to spend a few minutes in this video to go over some of the expectation and some of the terminology and give you a little bit of freedom if it's not too late. The assignment is due on April the 7th. So for now, I will highly advise we stick with the current structure. So the homework is use your phone or your desktop, your laptop or tablet, or any other device that allows you to get online and complete this research. Provide one example of each of the pricing strategy. So what we want to do is to create, let's say, between 8 to 10 slides defining each price strategy and provide one example via an image, the store name, and then the web address of how you found that strategy. There are 4 strategies. Sometimes there's more than 4 pricing strategies, but these are the 4. Now, the number of slides could be between 8 to 10. You can make it less, but let's try to keep it between 8 to 10. 2 per each word, it's okay. That's fine. If you want to do more, that's what gives you 10. It's worth 50 points. Is due on the 7th of April, 2023. Here are the 4 pricing strategies that we can look at. One is free and free premium. They're one. So you see many companies, e-commerce platform offering free, and then they turn to free premium, meaning that if you don't pay, it turns into a paying subscription. Versioning, right? So having a higher price for higher quality of the item and a lower price for one particular item. And then we have bundling, which many of us are very familiar with. Buy 2, get 1 free, that's bundling. Okay. When you say, for example, you buy an iron and they provide you with the starch for 50% off. Again, that's bundling in a different way of doing it. Then you have dynamic pricing, which are very volatile, depending on who is bidding for it. So use the auction approach. So the eBays of the world have a lot of what we call dynamic pricing. Then if you want more information on these strategies, you can use the link that is there. Here, I know these are not the 4 that are here, but these are, I wanted you to be aware of some of the common pricing strategies. So for this assignment, you have, let's say, definitely dynamic pricing, price change constantly to match the current market demand of that item. So we use that to be eBay's of the world auction sites. And then you have skimming, value-based. Then I wanted you to do some research on the other ones that are not as on the 7 common ones. So that is the general idea of the assignment. I hope this is of help. Now, based on the questions that I was receiving, let us take some time to break down some of the key pricing strategies that we will be familiar with. So let's say, for example, bundling. When companies pair several products together and sell them for less money than which it would be individually, it's known as bundle pricing. Bundle pricing is a good way to move a lot of inventory quickly. Successful bundle pricing strategy involves profit or low value items outweighing the loss on high value items included in the bundle. So it's a way of a strategy where businesses can ensure that they move their inventory and then mix and match high-end price item with the low-end price item to be able to move. It's important that people know the price margins on their items so they don't price themselves out of the market. That is an essential part of the information. So one of the things that I can also provide you is a very good outline and understanding of what we mean by versioning pricing, and then where we can go to be able to get more information regarding that type of pricing. So in our example, I wanted to provide you a little bit more information. So let's say number 8, I'm going to show my screen in a moment. So let's say number 8, we can also bring back up versioning pricing, which one of your peers asked me a question this just a few minutes ago. So you have versioning pricing. So is a version is also known as quality discrimination. It's a business practice in which a company produces different models of essentially the same product and then charges a different price for each model. Version product gives the consumer an option of purchasing a higher value model for more money or a low value model for less money. In this way, the business is attempting to attract higher prices based on the value a customer perceives. This is where we call versioning pricing. So I'm hoping that you will be able to do some small research on how to find the different strategy of versioning pricing and do the best that you can. It's more about finding a particular product that someone is selling for, let's say, $5, and then the same product someone selling it for $15. So that will be a version in different type of pricing. And I hope that helps a little bit in the explanation of the different types of products for the products that are available. And then the next one that we haven't really talked about is free premium price strategy. It's one that we are really familiar with in the context of looking at how pricing is done. And when you go on a particular website, and many a time they say start for free, try for 7 days. And then what will happen is, let's say, for example, it will go away if you don't pay for the full item in 7 days. So we normally like to call that to be premium or free premium. It's not for free, but many times they're hoping that the customer will forget and not be able to remember that they have a subscription, and therefore they can ensure that someone will, their package or their services that they're offering will be converted to what we call a free premium policy. So this one is it's an interesting one. It's a very interesting one because many consumers, it's more of like I got you kind of strategy. You just got to make sure that you are following up. And again, I can put more of this in the notes to assist. And let me bring it back up. And to put it back in the notes to assist as much as I can, just to ensure that we have a very good understanding of premium pricing in the market. So let's see if I can get a different definition that I can copy and paste that can assist with this particular part. So let's see if I'm able to get that in the for you. So I'll do a screen share. And I'm assisting as much as I can because this is part of the research that I wanted you to do. But if this can help you get a better understanding, I am okay. So free premium pricing, as I said, is a combination of two terms, premium and free. However, it's a pricing strategy that offers the basic service for free and advanced features for a premium. This strategy attracts attention to customers by offering some services for free. Like to try to see if they like it. If the customers like the basic service, then they can upgrade to enjoy more additional benefits and services. So businesses and companies that offer free and paid services permanently, the free premium tag doesn't apply to them. It's only applied to those businesses that remember that limited trial services for free. Some of the main example is pre-premium following pricing are as follows. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put that also in the group chat just to provide you more context to see if that could be very, very helpful in any way. In our presentation in the first class, if you recall, we were discussing in detail the different approaches to what I call marketing for e-commerce and then having the right strategies. It's really, really important, especially in the area of advertising and so forth. So when we think of pricing, the internal part of marketing is a very important part. So traditionally, as you are familiar with, there are fixed costs that does not change. Variable costs that changes based on how you use it. So let's say, for example, your rent that you are renting your business space for your e-commerce is fixed. So every single month, you pay $700. If you come to the office one day a month, your fee is still, your rent is still $700 a month. If you come all 25 days or 31 days, your rent is still $700. That's an example of fixed. Variable costs are the costs that fluctuate based on how you use it. Think of electricity as a variable cost. And there's the demand curve associated with it based on how customers or the products that you're producing impacts the cost associated with it. So if you have 50 customers, you produce for 50 customers, and that determines the type of cost that you're going to incur. If you have 1,000 customers, you produce for 1,000 customers, which is the demand for your product that allows that to happen. Price discrimination, selling products to different people and groups based on their willingness to pay. Remember how we did that? So I wanted you to connect that to maybe versioning. That would be a good example of how versioning is done. So in our slide, I provided you free premium, versioning, bundling, and also dynamic pricing. So free for premium, right? It's allowing the customer to be able to test the services, see the viability of the services, see if they like it with very limited options or features. But once they upgrade to the premium version, then it unlocks the free and turns into paying subscription. Can be used to build market awareness. Try, if you like it, then you pay for it. Versioning is create multiple versions for a product and selling essentially the same product to different market segment at different prices. So you have the same product, but the way it's marketed to the high end, they pay more versus the low end. Bundling offers customers or consumers 2 or more goods for one price. As I said earlier, buy one, get one for free, buy this item, get 50% off or something, but it's being able to move the inventory in that way. Then we have what we call dynamic pricing. So we can use auctions. So the price varies based on the demand and how much people are willing to pay for that particular item. So the value that is perceived. So yield management and flash marketing is an essential part of this approach. Then we also want to look at video ads, shoot, click, and buy. What advantage do video ads have over traditional banner ads? So now we're talking about how do we get our product on the e-commerce platform to increase awareness and to be known. Where do sites such as YouTube fit into the marketing strategy featuring video ads? What are some of the challenges and the risk of placing video ads online? What do you think internet users would ever develop blindness towards video ads as well, meaning that they will need a different way of communicating? Let's look at some numbers. Around 70%, so let's take 85 million people US household have broadband internet access in 2023. Why am I bringing this up? Because if people don't have connectivity, they're not able to see your product and services. So this is an essential part of understanding what numbers of your customers are online, what numbers are offline that are interested in your particular product. Growth rates have slowed, density and scope for both use increasing. Some demographic groups have much higher percentage of online users than others. So let's give it an example. Younger people between the age of 18 to 35, that ideal sweet spot, are more prone to go online versus much elderly people. Now it's changing depending on education, income, location, and access to online. But that demographics looks at income, education, age, ethnicity dimensions, and so forth. I don't think we have to go too much into the consumer behavior part, but I wanted us to focus on, now that we have the consumer's attention, the online purchasing decision, how do they make a decision to determine that they want to buy from your particular store? So 5 stages in the consumer decision process: awareness of the need, search for more information, evaluation of alternatives, actual purchase decision, and post-purchase contact with the firm. So an awareness of the need, we're going to go over these in great detail. So let's say, for example, looking at this entire chart, you have these areas. So let me annotate this for a moment. So you have the following: market communication. So you have awareness, need recognition. You have search, evaluation alternatives, purchase, and then post-purchase behavior loyalty. So when it's done. So for us, we want to focus more on the online experience because we are dealing with our e-commerce platform. So the needs recognition, awareness, so awareness, need recognition, targeted banner ads, intersectional target, event promotion. So it has to be really, really targeted for them to be able to understand. Search engines, online catalog, site visits, targeted email and social networks. That's where the search is. The evaluation of other alternatives, meaning that, okay, if I don't buy from you, so I'm party A versus party B. So it comes off of online search. So the same thing, product reviews, user evaluations, the rating system that we talked about becomes very, very important in step 3. Then the final purchase, the checkout, online promotions, lotteries, discount, targeted email, flash sales. So something that is an incentive for them to make a decision. And then the follow-up to enhance the past 3. Communities of consumption, newsletters, customer email, online updates, social, just simply the follow-up is extremely important here. Online purchase decision. Decision process similar for online and offline behavior. General online behavior model, consumer skills, product characteristics, attitudes towards online purchasing, perceptions about control over web development, website features, latency, usability, and security are all part that influence the decision-making. So for this, we want to understand how consumers on online really perceive and the items that they buy. So big ticket items, what customers shop for online? Travel, computer hardware, electronics. Consumers are now more confident in purchasing costlier items as you eliminate a lot of the fraud, security, and also to build trust. Small ticket items, apparel, books, office supplies, software, and so on. Types of purchase depend on the level of experience the person has on the web. If somebody has never purchased anything online, they're less likely to purchase an item for 1,000. How consumers shop. So how shoppers find online vendors. First starts with search engines, marketplace. So the fact that they know there's Alibaba, there's eBay, Amazon. And then if they have a specific taste for a particular item, so they have specific retail sites that they will go to. 27% of internet users don't shop online because of what we talked about throughout this entire course is a trust factor, hustle factor, shipping cost, returns, and so forth. They rather go the traditional route and purchase online. Trust, utility, and optimism or opportunism in the online markets. 2 most important factors shaping decision to online purchase online is what we call the utility, better price, convenience, and speed. Then trust. Most important factor is perception of credibility, ease of use, and perceived risk. Sellers can develop trust by building strong reputations for honesty, fair, and diversity. So the emphasis on the brands that you have and the value that people associate with that particular brand is extremely important in assisting that information. Digital commerce, marketing, and advertising strategies and tools. So in a digital commerce marketing, what are some of the tools? Remember, we were always trying to separate the traditional versus the internet or the digital piece. So internet marketing really has to be more personalized, more participatory, that people have to find way to engage them, more peer-to-peer, and more community. The most effective internet marketing has all of these 4 features that get people to trust a particular brand on your website. Multi-channel marketing plan. So if we want to look at the marketing plan that we've discussed in your group project, the website, traditional online marketing, looking at the search engine, the display, the email, and the affiliate. Affiliate meaning that people are driving business towards your business or your website. Social marketing, leveraging on social networks, blogs, video, and game. Mobile marketing, so mobile, tablet, site, and apps. And offline marketing, which can draw people to come online, television, radio, and newspapers, which are very, very common. So what part of the marketing plan should you focus on first? How do you integrate the different platforms for a coherent message? How do you allocate resources? How do you measure and compare the matrix from different platforms? And how do you link each sales to revenue? Establishing the customer relation. Our website functions establish brand identity and customer expectations, differentiating the product, inform and educate the consumer, shape customer experience, and anchor the brand online. An essential point of all of the marketing messages are extremely important in that particular space. Online advertising. Display, search, mobile messaging, sponsorship, classified, lead generation, email. Fastest growing form of advertising. So let's say, for example, we have between 18 to 34 audience is online, ad targeting, price discrimination, and then personalization. So online advertisement itself is extremely growing. Sponsored ads, pay per click, the dynamic of the ads placement, on web crawling and so forth, gather more information on consumer shopping behavior and style influence all of this. Traditional online marketing advertisement tools. So what are some of the tools that can be used to enhance online marketing? As we said before, search engine marketing and advertising, display marketing, email marketing, affiliate marketing, viral marketing, lead generation marketing, social, mobile, and local marketing and advertising. Search engine marketing advertising. Search engine marketing, use of search engines for branding. Search engine advertising, use of search engines to support direct sales. Type of search engine advertising, sponsor links, key paid inclusion, keyword advertising, network keyword advertising, and to put all of this in proper context. You've heard me mention a lot about search engine marketing. So let's define that a little bit. So here in the US, we have Google. Or let's use Chrome. So we're talking about search engines, applications. You have Bling, you have these systems that we use, more of the browser. And then they have their own search engine built into these browsers. Then we use something called search engine optimization, or known as SEO. So social search, so being able to collect that information and the items that you're looking for are more likely to pop up first, depending on keywords, depending on placement costs, and so forth. So paid inclusion and placement practices, link farms, contact farms, and then click fraud. So these are some issues that people have when we're talking about search engine issues, where you have trolls that will press any particular site to get the activity, but not the results. So it's a delicate fine line. But when we talk about display ad marketing to support our e-commerce sites, banner ads, rich media ads, video ads, sponsorships, advertising networks, and advertising exchange in real-time bidding. So these are some of the frameworks that are in place to ensure that it happens. So how an advertising network such as DoubleClick really work? That's a very famous one that people use here is called DoubleClick. But the consumer requests web page from a network member site. And then, so it's requesting a particular page. Merchant server connects DoubleClick server. And this is where the server is already there with preloaded content. Ad server reads cookie, checks database for profile, user profile database, network member firms, and then ad server select the server appropriate banner ad based on the profile of the consumer. So pretty much we call that like a more of an echo chamber, giving the consumer what they want to see. So taking information that they have that they like red, and all of a sudden they begin to see red. DoubleClick follows the consumer from site to site to by collecting information and another form of tracking. So invasion of privacy. Old email, our old friend email. So direct email marketing, messages sent directly to interested users. Now, the question is, are people using internet more, internet in search of email, or rather they're using what we call instant messaging platforms to get the messages across? We don't know, but it looks like email is still really, for lack of a better word, still preferred form of communication for businesses and so forth. Messages sent directly to interested users. Benefits include inexpensive, average more than 7% click-throughs and in-house lists, measuring and tracking responses, personalization of message and offers. Three main challenges: spam, anti-spam, software, poorly targeted purchase email lists, which really doesn't generate the result that you're looking for. Spam, unsolicited, unwanted, commercial email. 75 to 70% of all emails are spam. People trying to generate activities for marketing a particular service or product. More originates from bot networks, which is very true. Efforts to control spam have largely failed. Government regulation, state laws, voluntary regulation by industry still hasn't been able to get a strong grasp on the idea of spam. So we also have what we call other types of traditional online marketing. We have affiliate marketing, viral marketing, and lead generation marketing, which all enhances your e-commerce experience. Commission fee is paid to other websites for sending customers to their website, which many times if they make a sale, or you get a percentage of the sale. Viral marketing is designed to inspire customers to pass messages to others as a form of marketing. Then lead generation marketing, service and tools for collecting and managing and converting leads, which will turn into sales. Social marketing and advertising. Fastest growing type online, target enormous audience in social networks. 4 features driving the growth. Now, social sign-ons, so using social media platforms so as a single sign-on, collaborative shopping, network notification, and social search recommendation. Let's not forget our good friend, social marketing blog. So blog marketing, educating higher income audience, ideal platform to start a viral campaign to create a community that will support that particular product or service that you're offering. Game marketing, which is large audience with social games, Farmville words of with friends, and then also used for branding and driving customers to purchase moments at restaurants or stores. And I think this one has a great future. As we get empowered by the mobile, it's important that instant demand information that easily converts either awareness, either providing informative information or a call to action to be able to make a purchase. The future. So we're looking at mobile marketing and advertising. 7% of online marketing growing rapidly, sorry. So if you look at that 7% of online marketing, that's growing very, very rapidly on the mobile side. Major formats, display, rich media, video, games, email, text message, in-store messaging, quick response, QR codes, couponing, and app marketing are truly the future of marketing. Local marketing geared to user geographic location, being able to use AI, artificial intelligence, and do fence mapping, local search and purchasing. Local searches is 25% of all searches, 50% of mobile searches. Most common local market tools, geo-targeting with Google Maps, display ads in the hyper-local applications to be able to heighten the local marketing. Then we can also look at the multi-channel marketing. Average American spends more than 40% of media time on digital marketing channels. Customers also multitask using several media outlets. Internet campaigns strengthened by using other channels. Most effective are campaigns and consistent imagery throughout the channels. At the very rich different from the ordinary, if I can use the word ordinary, or me, right? So what distinguishes luxury marketing from ordinary retail marketing? So we're looking at, depending on the goods and services that you are marketing and offering, how is the marketing based on class and value? What challenges do luxury retailers have in translating their brands and the look and feel of the luxury shops into websites? How has social media affected luxury marketing? Visit the Amara website, Armani website. What do you find there? So Armani is a very luxurious brand, in the same school as, let's say, Gucci in the Louboutins of the world. In addition to traditional online advertising and marketing strategies, search engine, display, etc., several other strategies are more focused than the traditional online strategies. Customer retention, pricing, the long tail. Other online marketing strategies, this is very key, customer retention strategy. So there's a quote that says it's very expensive. If you don't deserve new customers if you can't take care of the ones you have, which if you translate means that it's very expensive to acquire a new customer. So customer retention strategy, personalization, and one-to-one marketing, retargeting, behavior targeting based on the data from search engine inquiries, clickstream history, social network data, integration of offline personal data and records, effectiveness of inconclusive and privacy, what we call privacy issues. So those are all the things that we have to consider regarding customer retention. So other online marketing strategies continue. Customization, changing the product. Information, goods, ideal for differentiation. Customer pro-production, customer help create product. Customer service, frequently asked questions, real-time customer chat systems, automated response systems. So this is where we're bringing in bots and a lot of the artificial just to really come up to par with the times that we are in when it comes to that information. We've seen this already because I've talked about pricing strategy and then those elements that help us. So when we talk about long tail marketing, the internet allows for sales of obscure products with little demand. So being able to create a following or a community of individuals. So substantial revenue because near zero inventory costs, little marketing costs, search recommendation engine. Okay. So if we're talking about internet marketing technologies, as I shared with you earlier, it was really, really important that when we are talking about e-commerce, either if it's e-business or e-commerce, the internet's main impact on the marketing scope of the marketing communications is broadened. The richness of the marketing communication is also increased. Information intensifies, but the marketplace is expanded. And always a mobile environment expands the marketing opportunities that is required. So when we look at the web transaction logs, built into web server software, record user activity at the website, provide such marketing data, especially combined with registration forms, shopping cart database to collect that essential information, and also answer questions such as what are major patterns of interest in purchase, collecting data. After home page, where do the users go first, second, looking at their behavior of the user experience. Tracking files. We're looking at users browsing track as they move from site to site. So putting certain cookies in place. 4 types of tracking files we always talked about is cookies, small text that's placed by the website, or one by a third party that gathers data. Flash cookies, beacons, and hopes that we've gone through already. Every move you make, every click you make, you'll be tracking you. Are beacons a nuisance, or are they an invasion of personal privacy? Do you think your web browsing should be known to marketers? What are the Privacy Foundation guidelines to web beacons? And then should online shopping be allowed to be a private activity? We need to look into databases. Not in great detail because of the course content, but it's important that e-commerces are supported by database, stores records and attributes, information that can be pulled back out. Database management systems, software used to create, maintain, and access the database. And we also have SQL, structured query language, industry standard database query and manipulation language used for rational database. A rational database represents data on 2-dimensional tables with records organized in rows and attributes in columns, and data within different tables can be flexibly related as long as the tables are common data elements. So let's do this last one here. So when we have data warehouse, collects firms, transactional and customer data in a single location for offline analysis by marketers and site managers to make a decision. Then we do what we call data mining, analytical techniques to find patterns in data, model behavior of customers, develop customers' profiles. Query-driven data mining, model-driven data mining, and role-based data mining. So how to, and the challenge of big data. Big data, web traffic, email, social media content, traditional database system unable to process the volumes, petabytes, exabytes, and handle open source software solution, process any type of data, including unstructured and semi-structured and distributed processes. So that will end it here, as I didn't want to get too technical, but to just give you a very general overview of these concepts that are important to the marketing community. Thank you so much, and I will send this video out for further help. Bye-bye.